just like we were a year ago.
I had to. It was perfect. I'm pretty sure I was wearing a black tank top too, so it's all coming together.
Actually, I was wearing a tank top too. It just wasn't a Young Bucks one. It was a Jericho one. But we're not gonna pay attention to that. I'm the Young Bucks Nation sensation, right?
Exactly. Wow.
You keep going. And
One fucking. You know what? Before we even talk about it, welcome to ShElite Showcase, y'all. I am the hostess with the mostest, the shaman of ShElite, Miss Katie Kinsey Bay.
baby.
Thank you very much, darling. Joined with me, of course. She's been here for about 95% of the year.
Right?
Give or take.
Good 90. Have a 95% attendance rate here.
Still an A.
Yeah, it is still an A.
The Young Bucks Nation sensation, the fire breathing, the Rhodes family eating the spice of life, the sassiest senorita that I know, the Hangman Adam Page to my Adam Cole baby, the lovely Miss Y2 Garcia Savannah. How you doing, baby? 1 year!
Oh, I was gonna say, how can you not be well on a day like today? It's a 1 year anniversary of us being on our own. It's 1 year full of memories. Really good memories, some like crazy memories for sure. Can't wait to reminisce what's gone on the last 365 days of ShElite.
Oh man. Boy, we gonna reminisce. We got some messages from people that I'll kind of just like sprinkle out throughout the show. They're all like, I have the screenshots because they were sent in DMs. Jizzy, shout out to Jizzy, sent us a voice message, so I will have to play that sometime. And on that topic, thank you everyone who did like reach out, tell us congratulations.
Well, Vince, you're still here. You can write us a message now, and then we'll read it.
Yeah, Vince, you can literally just DM me real fast, and I'll read it. I promise.
At this point, if you don't want to, it's just because you don't want to. There you go.
There it is.
Nothing personal.
There it is. I will say I am going to read Matt's last because he was the first one to send me a message, and his is the longest. So Matt's will be last. But like I had them just. I was just like, I was going to do a video message, LMAO. Okay, well, it's a little too late for a video message, Vicente. Just write all of your feelings down. Please.
Yeah.
If you want to. If you don't, it's totally fine.
When you're videoing yourself, and then just use the voice recording so it'll pick up what you're saying and putting it into letters. Putting it in words on text message, and then boom, just send that to Katie. There you go.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Like young. Oh, hi Matt.
Oh, there's Matt.
Speaking of Matt,
we're just talking about you.
All good things.
I know.
So like the end of Young Kings, they sang a little song for us. Vince said I'm at work. I'm gonna try when it gets slow. Okay, Vince, will you have 45 minutes to figure it out? I'm giving you a time frame. So if anyone wants to hear TC sing a few bars, you can go check out the latest episode of Young Kings Wrestling's podcast. Tim, Justin, and Brett last night on Tim's show gave us a little shout out, so I appreciate them. Tim also sent me a message. But we're thankful, we're happy that people have stuck around for the year we've been by ourselves.
I know. I'm like, dude, especially through the rants, I'm like, dude, God bless if you're still here.
The rants, I mean, that's one of, I believe it was, because I asked people for favorite moments, and that was someone's favorite moment was, I believe it was Reek. It was your rant that...
My rant.
Yes, your rant. I believe it was about Cody
Rhodes. Which one? I was like, there's many of these I've sprinkled in.
I believe it was the Cody Rhodes rant that got you basically under his advocacy wing. Which shout out to the Advocate if he's here, if he's watching later. Thank you, Reek. Um, but what I was going to do is I was going
You
to
gave
read.
me the title of the Rhodes family eating
Literally,
in
that
my.
whole intro is from him.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was show first. If I remember correctly, he introduced me like that first when we were together on Young Kings for
Yes.
it was the Star Wars like was it not I wouldn't call it like a review, but like what
It
review?
was
Yeah,
it was the Star Wars series we did on the Havoc
yeah.
Hour.
Yeah,
Jesus.
you're doing the prequels.
Yes, we did do the prequels. Well, now I'm gonna have to go back and watch the start of the stream because I don't believe you. What do you mean? All good things, I promise. I said you had the nicest, like the longest message, and I'm reading it last because I'm a nice guy. But Justin from Getcho sent me a message because again, I was just asking everybody. He said one of his favorite moments was when him and Matt filled in for you.
I saw that. Yeah.
The Get Show Raw showcase. That is one of the earlier episodes. If you want to go check that out,
It was one of the first few ones
it was.
actually.
I think it was like one of the first
So
10
it was
episodes.
October of last year, I believe, because I was
It was
in
right. It was
Dallas.
right before the spooky showcase. It was the episode right before. So
Yeah,
the
I
week
was
before
in
Halloween.
Dallas. I was in Dallas visiting family, so
He said, "Dope moment for me is when you, me, and Matt played the wrestling game. It was a fun moment. I forgot we were even doing a show. It was just a great time with friends." Shout out to Justin. What a guy. What a gem. What a
get
peach.
your
Get you, Justin. There's a Jalen also sent a message I will read later. But let's talk about this year. Um,
boy.
First, do you want to crack open your Mexican Diet Coke?
Yes, I don't have bubbly because it was finished not by me, but my other family members finished it. But I do have Mexican Diet Coke that you do need a bottle opener to. So I'm gonna.
And I have vodka.
Yay!
Very proud of you.
Yeah,
I can't even open this.
thank
Jesus.
you. It's from Mexico, and you know that because it literally like everything like nutrition facts
Air
like
in Spanish.
all in Spanish. Yep. I mean, and you can taste it also, but I mean.
Well, okay.
Oh, whoops! Oops! Are you gonna do
Savannah, one job.
Are
I was gonna
See,
say,
it wouldn't be the chili. I'm not fucking up.
it wouldn't be the Sheila Showcase if something didn't get fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. There you go.
Quick cheers to 1 year of ShElite on our own. Here's to many more. Salud.
Salud. Yeah, that's good.
Drop the cap. I'm sad.
I dropped the cap too. It's somewhere there,
Oh,
but I don't need the cap.
Where'd it go? I need mine. I gotta cover this. Oh wait, there it is. Yeah, I try and grab with my feet. So while I'm attempting to do that, let's talk some statistics about the channel, the everything, the brand of ShElite. You guys know we have merch. It's on our shop. Go buy it. We did that. That was the thing that happened this year. We got merch.
You do got merch.
I had to include that clip too because I was like, oh, I know there's a clip in here somewhere of me showing off that shirt, and I found it.
Of course. We did it at the beginning of the episode because we were so excited that we finally have merch.
I know. I don't even know where that shirt is. I gotta order myself another one because I forget where it is. But as of right now, today, the September 15th, it will be the 16th when this goes up. 36 followers on Twitch. We have 139 subscribers on YouTube. We have 82 videos on the YouTube channel. Because like we missed a few weeks, vlogs, a bunch of different stuff. And then I went into the Anchor, or our Anchor, and like that's where it's all the audio stuff. And I was kind of curious.
Yeah.
So we have 65% of the people who listen. My signal is shit. What did I miss? Matt, we took a shot, or I took a shot. Savannah took a shot of Diet Coke.
I was like, we just took a little cheers
A little cheers to
for
ShElite,
1 year.
and I'm just running down some statistics of the show. On Anchor, 65% of the people who listen to us are from the United States. 29% are from Germany.
I've heard that we do have some German folk here, so thank you, thank you, Germany.
Thanks,
Our
Germany.
people
Our
from
people.
people from Germany.
3% are from Austria.
Okay.
1% is from Switzerland. And then the rest are like less than 1% I didn't feel like writing down. But like, isn't that crazy to think about?
I think the 1% from Switzerland is Claudio. Just I know it's a bit of a stretch, but
It's because we had that one episode called Switzerland. That's it.
yeah.
It's from that 1% of people. Which, how many people makes up 1%?
Out of how many? I don't know. It depends on how much like you need a total. You need a grand total, and then you can see like how much of that. So if you're
Yeah.
talking about, let's say like it's our YouTube, for example. If we have 139, 1% of 139. I don't know what that is. I don't
Oh,
know
I
how many
said, oh,
people
you're
exactly.
throwing out numbers. It has been
No,
proven on
I
multiple
don't. I
shows.
don't do math.
I can't
I don't do
math.
math.
I can't
I
math.
can't math either. I had to take remedial in college. So if that's all you want to know how
I
bad
took
I am at math.
I took beginning algebra in college. I understand.
I'm gonna say I had to take remedial because I didn't do well on my TSI in math. So
I
I mean,
just
there you
math.
go. Fun fact
It has
about
been
me: I suck
proven
at
too many
math.
times. Too many shows. Not even just ours. Like I've been on other people's shows, and I don't like it. I can't math.
I can't
Um,
math either.
but let's just talk about this year. So we developed ShElite Showcase together. This was a collaborative idea, and
Yes, we.
when we started, we were on Smacked Raw. Never forget your roots, people. We were there for 10 weeks. Yeah. And then we decided, you know what? We're going to create our own entity, our own product. And I'm very happy with the product we have created thus far. Um, and then from there, it kind of just became a brand, and we sprouted into different shows. Like,
We went from Smacked Raw from all ShElite wrestling into all ShElite wrestling. There you go. We
er,
changed the world.
we honestly, we kind of did. And I'm very proud of that. And that
Yeah.
shot is just hitting in my chest now. Ow.
Well, you can get Diet Coke.
Listen, I have Pepsi. You know what? I got it from work. Leave me alone. Honestly, chill. But so from ShElite, it's sprouted different shows.
Mm-hmm.
One of which being the New Japan Takeover, Your Baby.
That is a bit of a that's on a bit of a hiatus at the moment, but
That's
not
okay.
not a permanent hiatus.
Uh,
Well, especially since I'm not watching Dynamite, maybe I have more time to do freaking episodes now.
there you go.
But we're
But do you want to talk about how you decided you wanted to do that? Because you gave me that idea a while ago, like when we were still talking about it with SmackDown. I
yeah.
was like, you do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yes. So it was an idea to do. I brought this up again. There was times where I had meetings with just me and Kyle. I did tell you about them because I told you everything. I
Yeah.
mean, so Kyle, we were barely fighting about this. I mean, but she wasn't supposed to. I'm not that sorry. But I tell Katie everything. She's the reason why I'm doing this in the first place, all right? But so yeah, we would have one-on-one convos, and one of the things I told him that I would personally want to do was something specifically for New Japan because I love New Japan Pro Wrestling. Japanese wrestling is just so much different and unique than wrestling you see here in North America. So I wanted to do something to kind of like honor that, kind of give it its own little spotlight, especially for a North American audience, primarily North American audience that may not be as familiar. But I wanted it to be kind of as a way to encourage you, like if you like what you hear or like what you see, maybe go watch for yourself, and you'll probably get into it too. It's really entertaining. So it was brought up, but nothing ever really happened. And I don't know if it's just because we decided to leave after 10 weeks, but it was just an idea when we were with Smack Raw, and it wasn't until we were planning on going independent
Yep.
that I when you told me like, well, let's do some ideas, like what should we do like for the show, or not just for the show, but for our brand, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I I gave you a whole ass freaking Google Doc of
She did.
all these ideas. And one of them was the New Japan takeover. And I told her, like, would it be okay if like I did this? I asked Katie, would it be okay if I can, record this with my friends? I know you don't really watch New Japan, especially not as much as I do. But I was like, would it be okay if I did this? And then I just find a way to send it to you and you could upload it to YouTube. And Katie straight up said, you can do whatever the hell you want. And I was like, okay, well, cool. And so hence it was born. And I did the first episode by myself and I realized that I cannot do it by myself. I was like, this is too nerve-wracking. And it like for me, I like it better when I'm able to talk to someone. I feel like I can get a lot more like not just entertainment but time. With me, like when it's just me, I feel like I can only go so much without like completely like babbling and without it getting boring. So I much prefer having someone else to talk to. And I think officially or unofficially, the co-host of New Japan Takeover, let's be real, it's fucking
It's
Daniel. He's
Daniel.
he's been on the majority. He's been on the majority of the episodes. He's always there. We're gonna do a what if episode, like the Marvel what if, but with New Japan, and he made a freaking badass logo for it. It's gonna be the thumbnail, Katie. So I'll send that to you whenever that's ready.
You know the
But
drill.
yep, I do know the drill. So yeah, Daniel has. I feel like even though it's technically not his show, big shout out to Daniel. I know it's super late where he's at. It's like I don't know how late it is. It's 7 hours. I think it's like past 1 a.m. I don't know. I can't.
Math?
I don't do time.
We don't math.
I don't. Yeah, I don't math. So it's very late where he is. So if he's not watching live, obviously I can see why he's from Ireland. So, but big shout out to you, Daniel, because you are the reason why I'm able to do this. Because again, I can't do it by myself. I get too nervous. Like it's just, and again, it's just speaking in front of a camera by myself. Like I know obviously it seems weird to do it, but for some people it's a little bit easier than talking with someone else. But for me, I much prefer talking to someone else. And I'm glad that I've always been able to go to you for that, Daniel, because despite the time difference and despite you having your own life, especially because you go to school also, you're also in college. So I'm glad we've been able to work things out, and we will soon be able to get back into the swing of things. So just give us a moment. But yeah, that's kind of basically the origin of New Japan Takeover, and it's honestly I've enjoyed it so much. I've enjoyed talking with someone like that loves New Japan as much as I do, one of my closest friends ever. It's just something that I wanted and then some, and I'm still trying to get Brooke on it, okay? But it's just hard because she has people who work from home, so it's hard to kind of like get secluded into one space.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but
I get it.
we'll get it.
Since we're talking about New Japan, why not read the message from the man who created the music for every single show on ShElite?
Justin, heel tactics, Justin.
So he obviously sent me a message saying he was hoping it wasn't too late, and he wasn't. Congratulations to y'all on your first year of building the ShElite Empire. We're an empire now, Savannah. It's only the beginning. ShElite Showcase is destined for great things. Thanks for always putting on an entertaining and informative show. I've learned a lot about women's wrestling from y'all. Thanks for allowing me to be a part of it, of course, and featuring me to be on Inside the Mind of, which I will talk about in a minute. Oh, hey! Speaking of...
I was going to say, I saw him. I didn't want to interrupt, but he's right there. Justin.
Crazy. What's up, Justin? Here's to many more years. I look forward to seeing the continued growth from you both. Justin or Jaylan or Heel Tactics, whoever you decide for me to be when you read this, LMAO. Justin, you are basically the third man of ShElite. Jaylan,
sure.
See, there he is. With like the music, and I talked about this on Inside the Mind of. I gave him just brief descriptions of what I kind of wanted for each show. I had you ask me what you wanted for New Japan, and I
didn't have a single clue. I just let Justin do whatever the hell he wanted. I was like, dude, I don't know what.
For yours, I think I literally put like something rock heavy like Fozzy, I think is the description I gave him.
Well, I do love Fozzie.
Exactly.
I have my up there. I do love Fozzie. They're
Exactly.
my
So that's
guys.
kind of why I said that. But I literally gave him just brief descriptions, and every single song or music for each show
He
is
made
different,
masterpieces.
but it all seems cohesive. It's all part of the same brand.
Exactly. It's not all over the place. It's all like, it's from our brand basically. Did that make any sense?
It does make sense. And this, okay. I guess I'll you really did have good timing, Jalen. Um, so I guess I'll talk about the second component, basically my baby of ShElite. I love ShElite as a show, but Inside the Mind of is my baby. Because I finally decided I'm going to interview people. I like to talk. Clearly, I'm a host of a fucking podcast.
You're the hostess, the mostest.
I am.
One of these days, sorry, I was just gonna random thought, but one of these days we should do like a morning show and like kind of like do it like brunch theme, and you can be the hostess with mimosas.
Bitch, don't
Just
tempt
have
me. I
like double,
love a good mimosa. Come on.
yeah, double fist of mimosas, and dude, I'm telling you, gives you a reason to have mimosas on the show.
Did your
But go
advocate
on.
find time to send a message? No, he did not. I think he's in the chat, so you can harass him. Yeah, it's fine.
You're the advocate.
But
Paul Heyman would never do that to Roman Reigns.
Paul Heyman would never.
He would never.
um, but yeah, I decided to do Inside the Mind of. Now that we're talking about him, Reek was the first one. Um, yeah, again, you can harass him all you want, Matt. That's your job. And then, because I was very nervous to do it, especially with people I don't know. Thank God for special counsel. That's you, Matt. You are the special counsel. So I wanted to start with my friends. So, Reek, Matt, and Justin from Getcho. Woot for 1 year. Thanks, Will. Hi, Will. Will was also a guest. I will be on his show on Saturday. Yeah, so like I had those three be the first three because I was like, okay, I can kind of get my bearings. I can kind of figure this out. I have the same set of questions for basically everybody, except one I just filmed that'll be coming out on Halloween.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't really the plan, but it makes the most sense. I won't give anything away for it, but it's a time. Oh, he's just calling everybody. So I would just like to give a quick shout out to everybody who was on Inside the Mind of and gave me their time to be interviewed. Let me pull up the official list in order because I didn't write it down. So just give me 1 second, everybody. So thank you to Reek, Matt, Getcho Justin, TC, Vince, Jizzy, Warren, Pretty Kyle, myself. I also have an episode. Kenny, Queen PR, Kyle Tyson from Smack Draw, Travis from Creation World, Jaylan, Will, Tim, Haley, Kylie. Thank you all so much for allowing me to get inside your mind and talk to you. Each one I had a blast doing. It's just like some of my favorite episodes because I don't really have to talk a lot. I just get to sit here, listen, and these people just talk. They open up to me. I guess I'm easy to talk to with something. I don't know.
You are easy to talk to. Take it from someone who calls you about all their problems. You are very easy to talk to.
I mean,
yeah. Trust me, you don't want to. Well, you are because again, I talk to you, but anyone else listening, you do not want to be the inside of my mind. Okay?
Oh,
Katie's.
We're going to be
it all. You might need to put like a trigger warning, or not even trigger warning, just like a warning, because I'm like Katie has heard it all. She's seen it all. She's seen me act it all. Like Katie's seen every like little side of me at this point. I think Katie, it's safe to say she might know me like the back of her hand. Like it's a little like scary, but it's also like it just goes to show how much trust I have in her, okay? She's seen like the way, like when I do shit like stroke the Kenny, like she knows exactly what I mean, okay? She knows what I'm talking about. She again, we have a chat on Instagram.
We
She
do.
sees firsthand what it's like, all right? She knows
We
me.
do.
All right, that's all I gotta say.
Uh,
So Katie has been inside my mind. Do you guys want to? I don't know. I know it's not the good way to really advertise my episode whenever that comes out.
Listen,
But
everyone has said, "Oh, I don't know if you want to get inside my mind." Well, newsflash, I
enter my
do
mind if you
because
dare.
I like learning about people,
I'm
and
gonna
it's nothing.
quote my.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna quote my Dean Ambrose drawstring bag that I have. It's somewhere around here, and it says, "My mind is a dangerous place to be."
I
That's
mean,
basically
I literally
that could
had to
be the
get
title of my.
drunk for mine because I was nervous. But I will when there's a part two for Inside the Mind of Katie Kinsey, which there will be a part two for me. I'm not going to be taking shots every time I get one wrong on who said it. I will just be drinking casually throughout it. Because why not?
Just not just out of punishment. It'll just be whenever.
I guarantee you won't be the most twisted mind she has gone into.
Oh,
Um,
I know, but I'm just saying.
I
I'm
will.
like,
I will say the Halloween episode that will be coming out. It definitely probably one of the most twisted people I know, and it got me to open up about things that I never thought I'd talk about in public with people. So, why don't we just read another message from somebody, shall we?
yeah.
Um,
But I agree, Matt. I know it's not the most twisted, but it's not even the most twisted. I think it's just the weirdest mind that she's been in. Honestly,
I
kind
real
of like.
I don't think that either. Savannah, you can hype yourself up thinking you are the weirdest
I'm
one,
not
or
trying to hype it up. I'm just saying, like,
you can try and
I
talk
honestly,
yourself down.
I'm just. Oh, okay, that's more like it. I'm like, this isn't me trying to like say I'm
It's
proud of
you
it. I'm
trying
just trying
to
to.
psych me out.
I'm being real
That's
with
what
myself. Like I think this is some of the reasons like I've lost friends. I think this is some of the reason why I know some friends talk shit behind my back. Like shit like that. That's
This
why I
this is not. I think you're taking it like I'm legit gonna be like talking to you about all your problems.
Oh no, no,
No,
no.
no,
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 I'm
no,
just
no.
saying I'm saying outside of everything. Like I've dropped a lot on Katie. That's just poor Katie to say the least.
I know a lot.
Like
Uh,
Katie's drowned in my problems before.
I like people's problems. What can I say?
Yeah,
I was gonna
Katie's a
be a
problem
therapist,
solver.
guys.
That's why. Katie's a problem solver. That's why.
That's me. Um, I'll read one from Tim, one of the people I mentioned a few times in this. Um, he said, "Yo, Katie," a bunch of exclamation marks. Congrats on 1 year. I love the ShElite showcase, everything that it's about. And then he said, "Thanks again for featuring me on there. Keep breaking down barriers and killing the game. Here's to another year." Well, thank you, Tim, for that. Again, these people did not have to send messages, but they did, and we greatly appreciate everything. Um, another favorite moment of somebody's, it's Matt's, when he got you to finally say Tamagotchi instead of Tanahashi.
That was
That was one of his favorite
that
moments.
Oh, wait, that's how you know he wasn't here when I was listening. Oh, we weren't even recording. We were just live when I was telling Katie the top 20 PWI wrestlers of the year. I mispronounced it. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah,
You
well,
finally
Shingo Takagi, or as Matt said it last night, Bingo, you got me. Him and I need to sit down and we have to write down all of his pronunciations for people, so we have that list to go off of. But that also kind of just like brings me to something that I've loved, is just chat participation.
Yeah, for sure. I think honestly, it's weird when there's no chat. Like I think, like that's one of the things about the New Japan Takeover. Like it's pre-recorded, which I mean, it does have its benefits. Like I can go back and edit anything I want. But, however, I mean, I guess technically we do that with this too, but still, I guess it's a little different.
A little different.
But like no chat participation. Like I like looking at the chat to see like what anyone else has to say. It's, I mean, again, it's just cool, especially because these people are taking time out of their day to watch, not just watch or listen, but to participate also, to like say what they think, or even if it's just to fuck around, or even if it's just, an opinion, a fact, or if it's to help like clear up things for us when we're trying to look something up or we don't know the answer to something, and they just like do it for us. Like, there you go. Like, it's
Exactly,
always
like
good to have.
the candy episode.
Dude, back to favorite moments. That has to be one of my favorite. I've never laughed so hard over the stupid candy episode. That was good. And there was like, again, I'm like, our viewers have more creativity than I do. I was like, I couldn't think of anything, and then they started like throwing out all these funny play on words with candy.
That was like that's definitely one of mine too. Is like the candy episode, or like that specific part of it. Matt said participation trophy. Yes, Matt, you get a
Yeah,
participation award. Matt's also, besides me and you, of course, Matt has been on the show the most.
yeah.
Um,
He's like he's
inside,
like my official substitute.
basically, he was
He's a
on
call.
the he was on the Getcho Raw showcase. His Inside the Mind of. He helped me a few weeks ago when I decided begrudgingly to do ShElite after a terrible day.
It was when I went to All Out. It was this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I
the
went to
one
All Out
right before All Out. It was before All Out.
right before.
Yeah, because I was just it was a bad day. Y'all know.
See what happens when I miss? I miss one show, and then all of a sudden everything just goes wrong.
Yeah, it's all Savannah's fault.
Well, I'm
Um,
telling you, we were talking about how it was my fault that Ace Steel bit Kenny's thigh because I was telling Brooke how I loved Kenny's legs,
yep,
and that I was like, I want
that's
to
literally
fight them,
it.
and I was more specifically his thighs, and then fuck, next thing you know, the day after,
It's because he was listening to.
freaking Ace.
Oh yeah, and Matt did host my Inside the Mind of, and he thinks he's filled in 2 to 3 times for Savannah. No, 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 no.
I think it was 3 times, if I remember correctly. I think every single time I've missed, I think um you filled in. Is what I'm trying to
There's
say.
been
Or maybe
two times I've
I
gone
think there was like,
solo.
yeah, so I think 3 times. I want to say three. Because
We'll say safe bet is 3.
yeah.
Oh.
Unless anyone wants to go look.
Um, I Vince did send me a message.
Oh,
Um,
there you go, Vince. Thanks, Vince.
so since he just sent it to me, I'll just read his now. So I haven't proofread this, so this is all the other ones I've like seen, so I'm scared.
Oh no.
Let me screenshot it so that way I can zoom in because I'm blind. Matt is to Savannah what Katie is for me. LOL. Speaking of Vince, Vince, I'm about to read your message, homie. So stay here. Congratulations on 1 full year of ShElite independence, guys. Honestly, there are way too many fun episodes to pick a favorite, but my favorite memories are from the non-wrestling recap shows. Love the wrestlers as candy and the theme song episodes. Incredibly grateful to be able to be featured on both In the Crowd, which I will talk about in a minute, and Inside the Mind of. Hopefully one day I'll cross the forbidden door to the main ShElite show. LOL. Love you guys. Savannah, Katie, continue to kill it. Favorite weekly podcast I tune into. Also, happy Hispanic Heritage Month and happy early Mexican Independence Day.
Thank you. Gracias.
Gracias,
Muchas gracias.
muchas gracias, Vicente.
It actually, um, national or international Hispanic month is started today.
Yeah.
Today to October 15th, I believe, is for the whole month. That's the month. But yeah. Hey, and it makes sense because I'm drinking Mexican Diet Coke.
It all fucking makes sense, guys.
Right.
Okay, so I guess I have to talk about what a shit show In the Crowd has been. There's been 2 iterations of it so far. There will be a third, because I do plan on bringing it back in some capacity. It originally started as like a, just like, random collab show with the friends talking about not wrestling related things. The first episode was Matt, Reek, and TC, and Reek was late, and we gave him a bunch of shit for it because I already started recording, and then I had to change everything on the fly, and I was annoyed. We need the ShElite Awards.
Dude, yes. I like that.
We'll do it for
I like that.
we'll do it for the end of the year. Like
Dude,
this year, we'll do
yes.
it. We'll do ShElite Awards. I'm gonna write that down because I'm gonna forget.
I'm gonna lose co-host of the year to Matt.
No. But then the second episode, we did a Chicago episode. It was me, Just, Vicente, and Benji Calavera. That was also a mess because Benji was 2 hours late and decided to fuck around
I
the whole
remember you
time.
told me about that. You were telling me about that. That you was 2 hours late and y'all gave him. Did you or everyone give him shit for it?
Mostly me, but kind of everybody. Matt said you will lose.
I'm just calling. I'm not like I'm like, as Zendaya once said in Spider-Man. Expect disappointment and you won't be disappointed. So just living by that.
I want nominees and voters and acceptance speeches and all of it. We're gonna go all out. I'm gonna think about it. I have a few months to figure this out.
And then the link, like for example, Vince wins an award and have him like link in, so we'll add him to the call and then he can do his little acceptance speech and then you can like, all right, bye, Vince.
I'll figure it out. All out.
Oh.
Okay, shut up. But then in the crowd became something different. I think I've also been on the most in the crowd, maybe, or am I tied for first? You're tied for first. Because in the crowd, there's been 4 episodes. Oh my god. You've been on 2. Vince has been on 2. TC's been on 2. And Reek has been on 2. But then it became like a game show kind of thing. I asked, which me and you kind of need to do too.
I was gonna say, when are we gonna do the game show?
We have to figure out a time. I gotta figure out who's gonna host it, and then we gotta figure out questions. But it'll happen this year, I promise. And then it kind of became like a know your co-host kind of thing. So I had Smack and Raw, so Matt and Vince, and then I had Young Kings, TC and Reek. The Getcho Boys, if Justin can wrangle them all together, I'm going to be doing an episode with them, but that's if he can wrangle the majority of them together. So we know who's going to host. It's going to be you, Matt. I know. It'll have to be like a weekend or something, so that way we can do it. Either you're going to have to stay up late, kiddo, or we'll have to do it on the weekend.
That's fine. No, I can stay up late. Preferably though, maybe like a Friday, or I know we do our show on Thursday, unless we do it Wednesday, because I don't have class on Fridays. So I could stay up like Thursdays, because I don't have class on Friday.
Well, we can always do this,
or even
take a break,
or
and then...
even yeah, I was gonna say even like Sunday or Tuesday, because I go into class a little later than I normally do.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but I guess just so you know, like,
yeah,
when I'm available.
Because it'll have to be after midnight for me, because that's when Matt gets off work. So we'll have to figure out time frames for everything. But we got time. So we talked about the Spooky Showcase, which still one of my favorite episodes. We have to dress up. And I had the different background. I had the red lights on because I was like a vampire. It was a fun time. There will be another Spooky Showcase this year.
There will be.
Savannah has an idea for what she wants to do. I have no idea, so I'll figure that out on the fly. And then we did the seasonal showcase. We wore little Christmas sweaters. We talked.
Yes. I want to get, unless they make another one, which I don't know if they will, but I want to get the Hangman Christmas sweater. But if they don't, unless they make another one, I'm not going to get it now until I know they're not making another one.
Well, that makes sense.
Or honestly, it depends on if they make a new one, is better than the old one. Except, dude, they had every opportunity to make a happy ye holidays, and they didn't do it. I was like, dude, missed opportunity
Definitely missed
on.
opportunity. Happy
Yeah,
holidays.
maybe this year they'll come around and do it, but I was like, dude, I want a happy holidays
Happy yes.
sweater.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yeehaw. Um, so there will be another seasonal showcase as well. Um, I'll have to get another Christmas sweater because I only have one. But I'm gonna play Jizzy's message, and I hope it's just gonna sound good because I haven't tested with my mic, obviously. So it's a trial by error, guys.
My mic?
Huh?
You want me to mute my mic so it doesn't bounce?
That's fine.
Okay, let me mute myself. I'm gonna go mute, guys.
Okay, so this is Jizzy from formerly known as Dead As Girls podcast. She sent us a message. She's also the one who created those Pro Wrestling Pro Choice shirts that are also up on the fucking shop. Buy one. Proceeds go to Planned Parenthood. Fucking do it. Anyways, just had to. Alright, I don't know how loud this is gonna be.
Katie, just want to say that you are fantastic and you're killing it in the podcasting game. I mean, I can't believe it's only been a year. It feels like it's been way longer than that, but obviously with your contributions to other shows and you finally branching out on your own, it's such an exciting moment, especially in a space where we don't have a lot of female voices in the wrestling podcasting world. Just want to give you the biggest shout out. I'm so glad that I was able to meet you in person a few weeks back and looking forward to seeing you in person again. Your Inside the Mind series, honestly, is one of the best things. I love to just put it on when I'm working. I mean, you're asking thoughtful questions, and it just feels like a very intimate sit-down interview style, where other people try to do like wacky, ridiculous shit. You just are so genuine and so thoughtful. And you have a lot of wrestling knowledge, okay? And you're just funny and overall a warm spirit. And I wish you many more years of success in podcasting.
Thank you, Jizzy, for all of the kind words.
Oh my god! That is so nice.
I don't know about all of this. You've a good I don't know about this wrestling knowledge shit, but I appreciate it regardless, Jizzy. And like, she brought up the Inside the Mind thing. Like, again, like that was something I've been most proud of to be able to do, if I can talk. And I've just been so happy that people actually want to sit down and talk. I know I've already said this, but like it's crazy to me because there are so many people out there. We're just a little tiny fraction. Us and our friends, we're just a tiny little sliver of how many other wrestling podcasts there are. Congrats, homies. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
So it's crazy to interact with other people who you may not get to interact with every day. Like, Twitter, as much as I hate Twitter as a whole, they really are the reason I'm podcasting.
Yeah, I know the story about you tweeted out like how does one like get Joseph on a podcast or something like that, and then that's when someone recommended you reach out to Kyle. So that's crazy. And I remember, like, obviously I know this is about ShElite, but like I guess this is the origin. That's how the seeds were planted.
These are origin stories.
Origin. So story time. Okay. So Katie, tweeted that out. I didn't even know that. She told me the story at some point that she tweeted out, and then, she ended up reaching out to Kyle, and then that's how she ended up being able to do recaps. She did recaps of every show, Raw, NXT, SmackDown, like, you name it, Dynamite. Like, she was doing everything, all right? She was, like, going to town, all right? But, and I remember back in 2020, this was a while back, 2 years ago. Katie and I were put into a group chat because we did a challenge together online with a bunch of other people. There was maybe like 15 people total.
There's a lot of us.
And yeah. And so before shit hit the fan there, but we were always talking to each other and stuff. And I remember Katie told us that she was going to do a podcast. And I thought that was really cool because, again, as someone who is studying, media, digital media. I thought that was cool as fuck. I was like, dude, that's awesome. I listened to, at the time, um, well, I still do, listen to like Talking to Jericho and stuff. So I'm like, I'm aware of podcasting. I would listen to like the Bella's podcast. I would listen to other podcasts outside of wrestling. Still do. I don't know why I would say this like in the past tense, but so when she said she was doing a podcast, I thought that was super cool. And she would tell us like when she was going to be live. She told us when she was going to be on. And me and one other person from that chat tuned in. And I was the only one who stuck around, kind of. Like I was always the one showing up. I even was pulled into subscribing to SmackDraw's Patreon. And so because and I'm not gonna lie, I did it because of Katie. Okay, like Katie, I was like, all right, if it helps Katie, I'll do it. I'll do it. And ever since then, that's how Katie and I started getting closer. Because out of 15 people in that chat, I only talked to maybe like less than half, and Katie's one of them. But never had I gotten really one-on-one close with any of them. But Katie was one of the first because of the podcast. And so since I was the only one who kind of stuck around and would tune in like almost every single show to watch her, and I would always participate. I was always in the chat. I was always commenting, and I remember like, sorry Kai, I've called him a boomer before and shit. It was hilarious. And eventually I was invited by Katie because she would host to do a Raw recap with her and Kevin. I remember.
Wait, was that the first time, or did I have you on for Survivor Series?
When it was actually Survivor, but I guess my first recap was
yes.
Raw one, and it was live because I believe the Survivor Series one we just recorded. We just did predictions.
Yeah.
So that was my first time I had ever done anything like that, and I loved it so much. And I think Katie kind of realized that. She noticed how excited I was. She noticed how, I guess, vocal and how much I can really speak at once, how much I can go on with talking like I'm doing right now. And so she thought, like, when she wanted to kind of do something of her own, aka ShElite Showcase, she came to me asking if I would want to be the co-host. And I was so, like, not only honored, but I was very excited because, like, holy shit, like, I'm gonna actually have not, like, I guess technically, yes, my own podcast. I know I'm just the co-host. Katie's the one who's the reason all of this exists, but I was able to participate in different ways where, like, I made the logo. I made the fucking logo, and now it's on a fucking t-shirt. Like, holy shit, I never would have thought that would have ever happened.
I know.
And it's crazy because, like, seeing my logo on a shirt, because I tried to help out, well, no longer friends with, this is what kind of going back to what I was talking about earlier, someone who I was friends with at the time. I tried to help make a logo for their show or their little brand, and we're not friends anymore, but it didn't, like, obviously, like, I never ended up making a logo for them because obviously. So I thought that was gonna be my moment to have, like, something that I make, being showed to, like, the public. But little did I know I was gonna be making the first ever thing that I made was gonna be something of my own, which is my own show, my own podcast, and that's all thanks to Katie. So it's really crazy how all of this dates back to Katie just tweeting out, making one tweet that she wanted to do a podcast, or she wanted to do a wrestling podcast. And now here we are.
One tweet, a few years later, here we are.
Yeah. Twitter. I said this, I think I've said this on the show before, how Twitter, I think it was even last week's show because we were talking about the whole scuffle thing.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how, like, the internet can be, like, undefeated in the way, like, they make memes and the way they turn things into jokes, which are super funny, but also could be, like, the toxic scum of the earth. Like, it's crazy how it's polar opposites. Like, Twitter's, like, two personalities are complete, like, opposites of each other.
Yeah, Twitter really is very much one side or the other.
Yeah.
You can...
I did do a Smack and a Raw. It was so much fun, and I was honestly very nervous. It was probably my first collab show outside of technically doing the Raw recap.
Didn't you do two?
No, I did one, I believe. I did one with Vince, the Spitter Swallow Revolution, but actual, like, Smacking It Raw, like, with Matt, I've only done one.
I remember I think
that's
what I was thinking of. ShElite 365. Put it on a shirt. I could put it on a shirt. I do need to get more merch on there. Here's an idea. Let me just write that down. Write that down.
So, yeah. So I've done, and because of you, again giving Katie her flowers because they're well fucking deserved. Because of Katie, I have been able to kind of like be. I've been, as Katie said, pimped out to other podcasts to do shows on. Like I was able to do Spit or Swallow with, Vince. We did Havoc Hour, with the Star Wars prequels. I've done Smacking It Raw. I've done things Smacked Raw. Like I'm not saying Katie doesn't deserve the credit because she definitely does. Because again, she's the reason why I'm doing this. But I feel like maybe there's like a little bit since I was like, I don't even know. You know what? It is because of Katie. I'm gonna say that because Katie's the reason why I actually was able to come on the air, even though I did know Kyle, like because I was in the chat and stuff. Mm-hmm. Katie's the reason why I was even asked. I'm like Kyle thought to ask me to do stuff like unpopular wrestling opinions, or like I've been on Bammer Slammer where we did something for Full Gear. So stuff like that. I've been able to go out and be on other people's podcasts, and I hope the opportunities like that present itself sooner because those are so much fun. I love collabing with other people. As nervous as I am most of the time, it is so much fun to be able to collab with others. But it's all because of Katie. It's all because she took a chance on at the time I was, because what was I? Like, fuck, 1920?
You were 19.
Not 1920, but 19 or 20. 19 or 20. One of those years. I still am a stupid child, but I mean, I was a younger stupid child then. So the fact that she took a chance on me, unbelievable. And I will always, forever and always be thankful for Katie because she took a chance on me, of all people. Like, goddamn, Katie. Like, did you know what you're getting yourself into with this one?
Listen. First of all, there is petitions for another ShElite It Raw Smacking It showcase revamp.
I wanted it, but like personally, I was like always thought, and I've told you, like I would like to do it again, but again, I don't want to invite myself. I would want it to come from, from Matt, from Vince. I would want it to come from them. I didn't.
Well, I think this is an invite for you. Go get yourself a drug.
I'm as much as I don't like punk, I'm just like him. I'm straight edge. And if there's anyone you want to talk about coke with, it's Mr. Tony Khan, okay?
Oh, it's 1,000% coke.
So Mr. Booker of the Year, which I am not.
First of all, you don't have to be giving me roses. I don't.
Dude, I ain't just giving you roses. I'm giving you all the damn flowers. Like I'm not just.
I don't want the flowers. I don't
like,
know.
I'm like not even like giving them like.
You're literally just
them.
pelting me with flowers.
Basically, I'm gonna get a flower gun just to.
But I appreciate it. I know people took a chance on me, so obviously I'll take a chance on you. Jesus with the flowers.
Vince. No, yeah, Vince. Mexican Diet Coke to be specific. But anyways, what?
I suppose no time is better than while all her faves are suspended. Let's set it up. Next week. I don't know if Matt has a guest next week. I know this week obviously we do, but I say we. But while Savannah figures all of that out, I'm going to read another message from Pretty Kyle. He made a tweet about us. Congrats to me and you, he tagged us both, on 1 year of ShElite Showcase, one of the most entertaining wrestling shows out there. Check out the celebration tonight. I'll have my finest pair of Hoochie Daddy shorts ready. I don't know where Pretty Kyle is. I don't see a pair of Hoochie Daddy shorts in the chat.
If I would have known we were going to dress like that, I would have found assless chaps for Hangman. I have a Hangman with assless chaps.
All chaps are assless.
I know, Katie, but it's so funny.
You and Vince are going to be the death of me, I swear to God.
Dude, hashtag. That's another thing on the ShElite. Hashtag Hangman's assless chaps, me and Vince.
And all chaps are assless?
Yes, I know.
Still trying to squeeze into him. That's probably what he's doing. He's probably still trying to squeeze his thighs into him. And while we're at it, I'm just gonna read a few more that I have. Like I said, I'm saving Matt's message for like last. Hunter, who is a friend kind of Matt's show, he's seen me on there. But let me just read you the DMs he sent me.
Okay.
Your 1 year anniversary is coming up. Fan of the show. Thank you, Hunter. And everything you do is far, far better than anything that bald guy does. You should be the host of Smackin' It Raw personally. Your takes are always better than the other guys. And your podcast is far better than the podcast of that bald guy. Congratulations. it's he means well. It's all play.
I know, but I'm just
That
like,
ain't
damn.
my friend. Fuck that guy. Matt, you know what I mean. Relax. And then Mr. Warren Hayes, shout out, also sent a message. He said, Katie, this is all caps. Congratulations on your first year. End of caps. You are a breath of fresh air in this space, and we're better off having you around. Congrats, and here's to many more. First of all, I saw that yesterday, and I was just like, Warren called me breath of fresh air. What the fuck? I almost started crying. I was like, that's so it's so nice of him. Why did he say that? And Warren was like one of those people who like I really wanted to get on the show and like do the inside the mind of, and I'm so happy I got to do that. A lot of the people I have on the show is thanks to Matt, whether he wants to admit it or not, and he gets mentioned every single fucking episode, besides like one. So big shout out to Matt. The last like favorite memory I have, because there's too many, and we could do like just a whole. Maybe like we'll save that for ShElite Awards at the end of the year. We'll figure it out. Stop. Quit stroking his ego. No, I won't. It's my show. You guys can't tell me what to do. When we got the custom URL before my birthday.
That is true. It was like a little birthday gift.
That was something I was striving for the longest time. Because it's just easier to say that instead of being like, oh, if you go to the link tree and then you click that, then you'll get there. It's a pain in the ass. It's a struggle. It's a hassle. Why is Justin trying to call me right now? You know what? Fine.
Uh-oh.
Fuck it. I'll answer. I'll put it on speaker. Hi, Jess.
Hey, are you on the air?
Yes, and you're on speaker.
Yo, what's up, ShElite? Yo, 1 year anniversary. I gotta say, I have to say, long time listener, first time caller. Yo, what's up, Savannah? How you doing, girl? I see you.
I was gonna say, not sure if you can hear me, Justin.
That I'm very proud of the two of you, of all the work and the content that you guys put out. Like I said, like I find you guys very, very entertaining, and you know, especially all the things that you guys have done with the New Japan shows, the In the Crowd, In the Mind of. So I just want to wish you guys the best, and yeah, let's do something soon.
Yeah. Shut up.
All right, y'all. Go back to the show. I'll see y'all later.
Bye, Justin. I was
First
like,
time
why is
for me.
Justin calling me?
And he's still there. He has to say he's still in the chat.
He said long time listener, first time caller. Yeah, because nobody calls me.
Moment
during the
of
show.
fear for the ShElite Awards. Justin calls in the middle of the show.
Unexpected moments of the show. That. I love that motherfucking man. Don't we all? We all love Jess. What a man.
Yeah. How can you not?
What a guy. What a guy. But anyways, getting the custom
Favorite.
URL. I can't wait for the newest show. ShElite Showcase presents Up the Butt, a terrifying and tantalizing game show. Shut up, Matt. I'm just saying, you've been a crucial part of the show, so you get props too.
Oh.
Damn. Everyone's yelling at me. Whatever. But so like, I will take a lot of the credit for SmackDraw getting their affiliate status on Twitch because I was there every week, multiple times a week. So that's my next goal is to get us to affiliate. So we need to get more followers on the Twitch. Y'all, you listening? Follow? Are you not? Do it.
Yeah. Please, pretty please. Pretties. Pretty pleases.
Pretty pleases.
Pretty pleases.
Pretty pleases. Por favor. Like I say in multiple languages.
Por favor, yeah.
Plus.
Pulls.
Pulls. But so that's like definitely a goal I have. Before we fully wrap up, Savannah, do you have any thing you want to do personally going forward on the show? Like any other shows you want to do? Anyone you want to bring on? Lay it on me.
It's hard. Okay. So personally, going forward, this is more an outside thing as opposed to like just specifically for the show. A goal of mine personally is to try and get myself a little more out there, especially while I'm not in school. I know school just started, but time goes by fast, okay? So like sooner than I think, it's gonna be the end of the semester and I'll be a month free. I'll be a full month like free with a free schedule. So goal is to get on more shows, and it kind of looks like we're gonna kind of get the ball rolling with Smacking It Raw? Question mark. But I loved this past year has been really, again, I really liked that I was able to do stuff like Bammer Slammer. I was able to go on Smack Raw for Unpopular Wrestling Opinions. I was on Spitter Swallow. I've been able to do so many things, and I would love to do that and then some. I would like to do so much more. So that's just a personal goal of mine. Yeah. But also,
as it should be.
I was thinking, because we talk about it, but we don't really talk about it. So I have, well, maybe now is not the best time to, like, obviously to start, but because you'll see why right now. But I have my show for New Japan that specifically focuses on that. And obviously, because I'm a full-time college student,
you're busy.
And I'm already struggling now to get out episodes that just have to do like pay-per-views or big events or just, either like little topics that we're planning on doing. It's, a little difficult already. So obviously I'm not going to be able to do recaps or talk into detail about every single episode, or not even episode, but like every single show that they do, because they do things like 3 times a week, and then you have like special events, and then you have pay-per-views, and now they're going to like, dude, COVID's over, man. So now they're going to the UK, they're going to Vegas, they're going to like Australia. I'm like, dude, oh my god, there's so much. So it's maybe it might be, and then the time difference, whole other thing, and then that's a whole other thing. And then not many people watch New Japan. The only person I really know who's available to go and do New Japan Takeover with me is Daniel.
Yeah,
and he lives in Ireland. So what I think I would want to do, obviously, maybe now is a pretty bad timing, but maybe try and do the same thing or something similar, but with AEW. As you can tell, I'm quite the fan of All Elite Wrestling.
No,
not
actually,
at the
Savannah
moment. I'm not
hates AEW. Can you believe?
Yeah. At the moment, I'm currently not watching. I just haven't. First of all, last week I was just very upset about the whole situation. This week, I honestly had no urgency or not motivation, but like I forgot that it was Wednesday, and I was kind of like, oh, it's 7, it's already an hour in. I'm just not gonna watch. I don't think I might not watch until the Elite comes back. I know it might take a while, but maybe I'll watch next week because it's a super show. But I don't know. So at the moment, I'm not watching. So obviously now is not a good time to be doing that. But maybe I would like to, do something like with the New Japan. I'm doing with the New Japan Takeover, but with AEW. And I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier because it's based in North America. I probably can find so many other people available to do it, because more people watch like that. At least people who I follow on Instagram and stuff, watch AEW more than New Japan. So I feel like I can get many more opinions and many different perspectives, and it would be cool to have someone new every week, someone who's willing to come on. And I think also because of that, maybe if I bring a follower, someone who's like maybe someone who follows me on Instagram, they can like, say, well, look, tell their friends, like, look, I'm on this show, go watch this, and then that can gain more traction towards us also. So that is something I've been thinking about. I know, sorry that you're barely finding out about this now, but you asked, so
No,
that's kind of
that's
a
why I
bum.
asked, because there's stuff that like
But obviously,
yeah, go ahead.
now's not the time. Now's not the time. I don't even have like obvious. It's something I want to do, but I don't even have a name for it. I don't even have a name. I don't have a logo. I don't have a name. It's just nothing more than an idea right now to talk kind of the things I'm doing with New Japan, but AEW. So then that way, when they do stuff like Forbidden Door, I can kind of do like a merge, like a New Japan, whatever the name of this show will be, take over, kind of merge it together, or do like an X thing. When people do collabs, they do X's.
Yeah.
X this, that. So something like that. And then I could probably have bigger panels for like pay-per-views or something, like with maybe like 4 people or something. So
Yeah.
just that.
No, I mean, you're looking to expand not only yourself, but like everything you're doing and getting yourself out there more, which is something I've been wanting you to do.
No one's asked the last
Then
thing
you
asked.
take the initiative and you ask. If you're a fan of something, you ask.
Okay, this is a me problem. Like, okay, this is just more like me.
Warren has said on a few occasions he would talk New Japan with you. Communicate with the man.
No, and this is as far as like, this isn't for my show. This is as far as like being on other people's shows. I feel like just like this like weird feeling if I were to ask them. It just feels like I'm inviting myself. I would rather have it they come to me for it, because that just tells me, look, they want me on. But like if I ask myself, it's more like we gotta have her on because she asked. So I'd rather, again, if someone wants me to be on, then they like, if they ask me, it's a little different than me asking them. It's just a me problem. This has nothing to do with anyone else. This is just me being weird, okay? Everyone, don't take this. I don't want anyone taking this like offensive, like, or anything. And again, this is just me being weird like that, all right? But
no, I get it.
I'm not book worthy.
Yeah. And then Matt, of course, said, "Look at Katie repeating advice she'd been given." Yeah, I know. A plan I have going forward, obviously, ShElite every week. I am offended. Jesus. Matt, you're okay. She didn't mean it. You're fine. Obviously, we're going to keep doing this. I have more plans for Inside the Mind of. In the Crowd will be making a return eventually. If I go to more wrestling shows, I'll vlog, but those are few and far in between right now. I have an idea. I think I might have. I don't know if I actually like talked about it on here or anywhere else, or even in general. Yes.
I just remembered another idea, but I didn't want to like bring it up because I knew it, but I forgot it. So I was like, I don't want like you to sit and wait for me to try and remember. But then I just remembered it. Because you brought up vlogging, it's just something a little on the side that we do for the YouTube.
Yeah.
Little things I would probably want to do also is, like, for example, I am a subscriber to the All Elite Crate, so I'll do little like short videos of like an unboxing
like
and
hauls.
stuff, like, yeah, like that, or like, yeah, or when I like, or they do YouTube shorts and stuff. I know you did one for Money in the Bank. Like, if I obviously stroke the headbands, I buy a lot of wrestling merch. So when I buy, like, for example, when I get my new Kenny, maybe I can do like a quick short, like, hey, look, like, I unboxed this. Look at my new Kenny. He's going on the wall. Shows the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that.
Yeah, I get
things
what
like
you're saying. Which, that's also a good idea, because then that boosts the YouTube only quality kind of thing. Quality content, that's the word I was thinking of. That's something else I was wanting to do, is Halls and Balls with Savannah. That's Matt's title for you.
Halls and balls. I mean, I don't know what the balls do. I don't have any, but hauls, I get it, because I've done shirt hauls before. Which I like for the shorts, I would probably start it off with like, oh, shirt alert, because I got a new shirt. They'd just be opening it up.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Yay.
Yeah, I don't know where he got.
Or even do like doing a YouTube video, because again, I can just do this. It's not like the vlog, which again, if you did not see last week's episode, I I intended to vlog, but I just forgot because everything went by so fast. But little things that I can do in my control, I can do at any time because it's in my own house, is like do things like, for example, ranking all my wrestling shirts, which I have over 100, from like my least favorite to favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Even if I well, I don't know. I obviously have no access to the Twitch and stuff, but it would be cool to like do it something like live, or because also recording all of that would probably take like hours. So I don't know. Just some fun.
Matt said I came up with the title. You make it work.
Okay. All right.
But something I wanted to do is sounds like a collaboration with Pornhub. It does. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, I kind of filmed one already, but I might have to refilm it, because I kind of want to change it. The story time with Katie Kinsey, and then there's going to be like a long pause, and then I can say baby, because I don't know how trademarking works, so I don't know if I can necessarily say that. So the title's working, but I have been to a lot of events, like the first one I want to do, and once I refilm it, possibly, the first WrestleMania I went to when I was like 15. No, younger than that. I can't remember. I wrote everything down. But I want to do that. So more YouTube only content, because that's where a lot of our things are and a lot of our numbers and everything come from. Jesus said, do a wrestling video game tournament. Why am I reading off there? Record it, then lose the footage. Wait, actual stories? Yes, Matt, actual stories. I know you would appreciate that. That's kind of why I want to do it, just for funsies. And I'd actually be telling stories, unlike Mr. Adam Cole back here, who doesn't tell stories when he says story time. And I can talk, and I've talked to just the camera before, just me, so it's easy for me to do. It's no problem. I've done it live. I've done it not live. I can just talk at this point now. Huh?
Because you're a pro.
That's why I not go that far.
I would want to do like YouTube stuff, even if it's just like a short. Like again, with me just opening up a shirt, I feel like it'll kind of get me used to like just talking one-on-one, like just me and myself in the camera, So that way, God forbid, I have to do like a New Japan takeover or my AEW show by myself. It'll be okay. It won't be as bad as I thought.
The way I do it is I always just like act like I'm talking to somebody who I just like can't see, like I'm just talking to a friend, and that's yeah, cue all the trumpets. But that's how I've been able to do it. The first time I did a solo show for Smack Raw, I was losing my mind because I was live and I was gonna have a heart attack.
I was there, and it was unintentional. It was not supposed to go that way.
Nope.
Dude,
happens a few times.
Kyle was sick.
Oh, not that time. No, I'm not even talking about that time.
Oh shit, there was another time.
That was like the infamous incident that I hate. But the first time I did just a full solo, I don't know if it, now that I think about it, I don't know if it was live, but I did an episode by myself because nobody was available, and it was a Dynamite show, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just record it by myself, and I did it. Like Matt said, practice makes perfect. The first story time with Katie Kinsey Bebe should be, I already know where this is going, but please tell me, Matt. I have an idea of where this is going.
Adam Cole doesn't know
how you got into podcasting. Fuck you. I've told that story many a times on the Inside the Mind of series because people like to ask me that because I give them the opportunity to ask me questions. From here on out, I'm gonna be like, you can ask me anything about that question.
Right? Because you're like, someone already asked me that, so pick something else.
Yeah, I'll be like, I've answered that many a times. Also, that's not what I thought he was gonna say, so I'm actually kind of surprised.
Really surprised.
And since we're on the topic of Matt, I guess I'll finally read his message. And he told me I have to read everything.
Everything?
Make a sign and put it in the background. So Matt said, I am writing this topless, which is why this isn't a video. You're welcome. Laughing, crying emoji. You thought it was going to be what happens in Vegas. That's exactly what I thought. So he goes on to say, I have had the pleasure of seeing both Katie and Savannah from the start till now. Katie's evolution from Smacked Rock co-host to running 3 shows of her very own, and Savannah for making a random cameo appearance on our show with Katie to becoming Katie's Vince, and kind of doing a fan fiction pod while juggling school and family. I'm very proud of you, of the both of you. Yeah, even Savannah. 1 year is huge. 1 year is a huge accomplishment, and you should enjoy this. You're much further along after 1 year than we were when we got started. You got your YouTube URL. Took them 4 years. You have made great friends and memories. I didn't start collabing till year 2 or 3. You are killing it, and I'm happy to be a fan of and a part of ShElite, inside the mind of and in the crowd. I am also... Hold on, let me just... I had to do it in 2 parts. It was long, I know.
No?
I am also lucky to have my vote for Pornhub Poppy, Katie Kinsey, as an unofficial official co-host, because you have made our show better as well. Congrats on 1 year, and here's to many more. Also, Savannah has terrible taste in wrestlers. Laughing, crying emoji.
Thanks, Matt, for the first part, and the second part, I mean, I guess I'll take it since it is 1 year. I mean, obviously, I have the best taste in wrestlers, alright? I mean, look at me. Young Bucks, Omega. I thought Matt liked Hangman, but
No,
you
Matt
can't
loves
see him
Hangman.
over there, but...
Matt likes Hangman.
Okay, there you go. The Hangman Shrine. Literally, the Hangman wall has improved drastically. I love how my wall looks right now, my Hangman wall. Which, Matt, I don't think you were here when I said this, but I'm going to try and start switching it up from here on out. So 1 week you'll be seeing, you know, the Bucks wall. The next week you'll be seeing the Kenny and others wall. And then another week you'll be seeing the Hangman wall. I can't wait for everyone to see the Hangman wall, because if you don't follow me on Instagram, you've not seen the wall, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, Matt doesn't have Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he first sent that to me, not gonna lie, I did cry. Thought I was gonna cry reading it. I didn't. Held strong. But yeah, I feel like that's a good way to send off the end of our first year, which,
dude, we're...
holy fuck. It's like I'm doing, like I told you, I'm doing 5 different shows in 5 days, and this is the perfect way to start it off. Because now I have 1 year under my belt with ShElite. See, you have grown. Yeah, because I didn't cry. I know. Here's to another year. Thank you, Jesus. Jeebus. So, like, having 1 year officially under my belt just makes it that much easier to do the rest of these shows. See, I feel like I want to cry, but, like, I don't want to cry.
I don't know why I'm feeling alright. Maybe it's just because...
I blame the 6 freaking planets in retrograde right now, because this shit has had me fucked up for, like, 2 weeks. So, really not okay? Let it out, it's okay. I'm alright, thank you.
It's just crazy to see, like, how far we've come, especially
Exactly.
the, like, big... Like, I never would have thought that me reacting to a single video that no one else saw, like, everyone else saw, but I mean, like, when you watch the video, it's just audio, has over 7,000 views. I checked today, because I saw the pipe bomb reaction clip from ShElite in 25 minutes, and it's crazy. Again, I'm just reacting. I'm doing nothing more than giving my natural reaction to something I hadn't seen yet, and it has over 7,000 views. So I'm like, to all you 7,000 people, you should subscribe. Please.
I gave y'all the idea to do that reaction video.
Yes,
big shout out to Jesus for... Yeah, the reaction video definitely did numbers, and that's honestly probably what pushed us to get that URL, because that's where the bulk of subscribers came from. So, everyone who watched that, fucking thank you, because you made a birthday wish for me. Because I figured out we could get it while I was in Vegas, but it wouldn't let me from my computer. So I had to wait until I got home to finally, like, put it all together. And then I finally, like, told you, and, like, I tweeted about it, and, like, a little tear here and there, but, like, I did it. We did it. Savannah, we fucking did it this year.
Yeah, it's crazy. It doesn't even feel like a year. It feels like I've been doing this for years, like plural. Like, and it's like second nature to come here every Thursday to make sure I'm ready to do a podcast. I know some days, like, you think I probably should take like a mental health day or an emotional health day, but like, honestly, this keeps my mind off like all the shit that sometimes goes on. Oh, now I'm gonna cry. I said I'm fine earlier. That was a fucking lie. But honestly, this does keep my mind off like some stuff, especially stuff that's not the best kind of stuff. And I know you say like, "Are you sure you want to do?" I'm like, "Yes." And the reason why, even though there's like chances are like I might break down in the middle of the show, is because it keeps my mind away. Like it's like an escape, if you will. It's an escape from some of the stuff I go through or some of the stuff that I'm feeling at the moment, whether it's like stress from like school or other stuff. I won't go into detail, obviously, but like all the stuff that I've gone through, like, and there's times where it happens on a Thursday and we're about to film and I'm literally venting to Katie, tears, like I'm trying not to cry, I'm trying not to break down, and Katie's literally like literally right before we go live, and she's like asking, "Are you sure you want to like?" You don't have, she keeps telling me, "You don't have to do it." And I'm like, I don't have to, but I want to, despite me not being at the best place mentally right now. It's probably better if I do because it gets my mind off it. And then by the end of it all, if I feel better because again, for this past hour or like however long our show is at that time, it's like it's a whole hour and then some without thinking about what's going on. It's a complete like escape from it all. So it kind of helps. It helps. It really does. So I'm swallowing the lump in my throat. It's like stuck right there. But yeah, like, so it's especially because like the fact that you guys are here, like in the chat, and some of you guys say some of the funniest things also, that it really helps. I really owe a lot of like me being like, you guys have kept me sane, basically. Let's just keep it at that. You guys have kept me sane. And if it weren't for you guys being active in the chat and like supporting us, honestly, it would probably be a little harder to get through. So I owe a lot of that to you guys.
Yeah,
not gonna cry. It sounds like it.
The chat
there hasn't
is
been a
the
cheer.
biggest component of this.
Yeah, agreed.
Being here every week. Yeah, I got it from here. Don't worry. You guys just talking to us, interacting, keeping it fun. You guys have made me crack more than I care to admit. The chat is the third, like, if I said Matt's like the third man of ShElite, Justin's like the third man of ShElite. Like, I've said this about people, but in reality it is the chat in general are the third person of ShElite. Without the chat and the chat's participation and the comments and them just talking to us, it would be a completely different show. Coming up with Wrestlers is Candy is probably one of my favorite things to do in the chat. Exactly. Like, that episode alone was, I didn't even want it to end because it was so fun.
It was so much fun. We should do like a part 2 or something.
There's a lot of episode like questions that I came up with that I would want to revisit somehow. But that's a bridge that I'm gonna have to cross once I figure out everything. Wrestlers is chips? No, Jesus, that's not happening. But
who would be Sun Chips?
Who would be Sun Chips?
Or Cheetos?
Oh my god. That's exactly why we're not doing this. You guys can talk amongst yourselves as what you want. Tell them who gave you that idea, Katie. Justin, it was you. I gave you credit in the episode. Wrestlers is sex toys, and there it is. Okay. I think while they talk amongst themselves and it shows up because I figured that out, I think this is the perfect way to end the episode. We'll do a little bit of an after show because like I want to eat. We'll do it for like 5 minutes because I haven't eaten like all day. But we'll do like a little 5 minute after show because it's only fair. It's 1 year. We got to do something.
Yeah.
So, Savannah, plug your shit.
Wow. Okay. So, 1 year ago, I said you can find me on Instagram at y2garcia_, and if there's no underscore, it's not me. That's still the same thing here, so you can go find me there. Also, Twitter, I've been slightly little more active, but mostly it's just to tweet at Kenny. Let's be real. That's kind of the reason. That's my Kenny and Hangman are the reason I'm on Twitter at this point. And so you can follow me on Twitter if you want. I'm pushing 300 followers, which I mean is a big milestone for me. I mean,
yeah, that's big.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to get to 2K. I'm like staggering between the 1870s and the 1880s right now. So please, if you have Instagram, please follow me. I want to try and reach 2K ASAP. My goal is by the end of the year, which I know is pretty. Still got some time, but you know, with this staggering, it seems like a bit. It honestly seems like a reach. So please follow me on Instagram. And again, I have the New Japan Takeover. I'm planning on doing an episode very soon. Short hiatus because you know school for me and Daniel, like we said, basically he's the unofficial co-host. And then I'm just be on the lookout because like I mentioned today, at some point after the Elite comes back, I would want to do some sort of AEW show. I will say though, I know obviously these are rumors, and this again, I don't even know if they could count as rumors because I don't even know where the hell these sources like got this kind of information. But I know there's stuff saying that that like the Elite has sent feelers to WWE. All I will say is that this show will not happen if the Elite are not in AEW. They're the fucking Elite, all right? They're the E in AEW. So just be on the lookout for that. It might be a short run show, but we'll just see. We'll see. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to, where you can find me. And yeah, that's all my shit plug, Katie. You can take over and do the rest now.
And much like a year ago, you can follow me on Twitter at KatieRaslin13, Linktree in my bio to take you all things ShElite Showcase. Except things are updated now. YouTube.com/ShElite Showcase if you want to watch all of these videos. I have a 1 year of ShElite Showcase video up. 1 year of ShElite in 25 minutes up on the channel. Every single episode is on there. I took a clip from everything. It was a pain in the ass to do, but I feel like I got some of the good moments.
So good though. I hope it feels rewarding to you because it came out so good. Katie.
Thank you.
I love
that.
It.
That actually does mean a lot because like I sat here the entirety of Raw, like barely paying attention on my phone, trying to figure everything out. So go check that out. Go check out everything we've done this past year. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. If you want to just listen to the voices, which make that your prerogative, go for it. I obviously watch videos, way more entertaining. You need you need to go on ShEliteShowcase.com. It's basically our Teespring. We have the merch on there. The ShElite Showcase logos are on there. Pro Wrestling Pro Choice shirts are on there. All the proceeds from that shirt are going to Planned Parenthood. I have some ideas. Vince and everyone gave us some ideas for some new merch, so I'm going to start working on that in the next month or so. Now look out for the ShElite Awards at the end of the year. So I'll start thinking of categories for that.
I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
That's going to be a fun one for us. I'm very excited to do that now. Obviously we mentioned him before, but a huge thank you to Jaylan, Heel Tactics, Justin, whatever you'd like to call him, for creating the music for the shows. All of his links are in the description below, the video and the audio. Like I said, I'm doing 5 shows, so this
Katie has a gauntlet of shows that she's doing.
Yeah, I have an Infinity Gauntlet. This, Smacking It Raw, Botch Spots and Share Shots, which is also technically, I think how we're doing it is like also my show. I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. And then I'm doing an interview for Inside the Mind of, and then I'm doing another interview that's not Inside the Mind of. So I'm very excited to like do that, and I'm branching out more. Again, just a huge fucking thank you to everybody. Whether you sent a message, whether you didn't send a message, whether you popped in the chat for a brief second, whether you've stayed the whole time, whether if you just came in randomly on a show one time and thought we sucked and you left, that's fine. You came in randomly.
That's still one view.
That's still a view. You came in randomly and said you liked us and you're still here. Thank you. Yeah, ShElite doesn't happen without you guys. Yeah, one fucking year, dude. What we do in year 2, y'all ain't ready for it. Let's just say that.
I know, right? I'm not even ready for it, so.
Fuck, I'm not even ready for it.
We're not even ready, so y'all sure as hell ain't ready.
We ain't ready. Y'all sure as fuck ain't ready. So, again, until next week. Bye-bye.